Hi, welcome to Math with Mrs. Miller. Today we are going to be doing lesson number 2 for addition and subtraction, and we are going to be adding 2-digit numbers. So what I would like you to do is to grab the poster that says adding greater numbers. So this is one that your parents printed off at the beginning of the week, and this is another one that you can have up in your learning space at home in case you need some ideas of a strategy to use when you're going to add some bigger numbers. So let's take a look at some of these examples to show you that there are multiple ways to answer one question, and one isn't better than the other. It is just different ways, different strategies to use, just like we talked about last time. So for taking a look at the question 46 plus 6, you have Aaron and Katie who have answered it in 2 different ways. If you take a look at Aaron here, he decided that he wanted to count on. And so he's using a number line to show his strategy of going from 46, adding 6. Okay, then if you take a look at Katie here, what she's done is she's showing it using base 10 blocks, but she's also using the strategy of a double. So she's noticed that 6 and 6 are both in the ones column, and she knows that 6 plus 6 is 12, so that was nice and quick for her. But left over, she still has 40, so in the end, she just needs to add 40 plus 12. You could also stack that one to show you. Okay? Often that's what what helps me is when I stack them. So I would put 40 on top of 12, and I would see that I need to add the 4 and the 1 to make 5 in the tens column and the 2 in the ones column. Okay, let's go down to the next one. Again, if you need to stop, pause, and re-watch any of this video, go ahead and do that. Now let's take a look at 45 plus 19. If you take a look at Marie, she's thinking of a number line. So what she's doing is she's starting at 45 and she's adding 10. Because she's just taking that 1 from 19, the 1 in the tens column, and she's adding that one first. And then she's just jumping up by 5 and 4 and using those friendly numbers. So you can draw that number line yourself, or you can go to a number line that you have with you in your pencil case, or, I think the other classes also have them with them, is to just following up on that number line, counting on. Then you have another person, you have Akina here, who has using the same strategy before using base 10 blocks. Okay, and she's actually using 20, so she's going up 1 because 20 is a much more friendly number using that group of 10 than 19. So if you just added 20, so you're only adding 2 into the tens column, in the end, all you're going to need to do is to take 1 less. Okay? All right, now let's take a look at 21 plus 53. Jordan here used a hundreds chart. So he started at 21 and he jumped down 5 tens. So that means he's going 5 spaces down that hundreds chart to 71. And then he needed to move up 3 because you still have the 3 in the ones column that you need to deal with. So all of these people are really just dealing with those tens and those ones separately to make sure that they understand the place value. Okay? So Ray also used the hundreds chart. He started at 53 this time. So Jordan started at 21, Ray started at 53. With addition, don't forget that it doesn't matter which one you start with. I usually start with the bigger one. That's because my brain works that way. And often, when you're adding a smaller number, it's a lot better to start at that bigger one. But Jordan's strategy still worked fine. Okay, so he started at 53. He jumped 1 across to 54. Then jumped down 20 to 74. So if you need to pause this and go back and view it, go ahead and do that. But I'd love for you to have this poster up at your learning space and go over it a couple times just to see all the different strategies that you can use. All right, so let's put that one aside and we are going to go through our assignment for the day. So I would like you to go and grab your Math Focus workbook and you're going to go to page 81. And on 81 is the game that you're going to play with someone at home, and it is called Toss and Win. What you're going to need is your whiteboard and a whiteboard marker, or a piece of paper and a pencil. That works too. And you are going to need some kind of a dice or a block of some sort. And the whole idea is that you are going to toss that dice twice. You're going to add those numbers together to determine what your prize could be. So the small prize is the total under 25. Medium prize is the total is 25 to 49. Large is 50 to 75. And the jumbo prize is over 75. So each round is an individual game, and you can see who gets the most points. So what you're going to do is first off, you're going to roll your dice onto a number. My first number is 11. So I'm going to go over to my whiteboard and I'm going to write the number 11. And then I'm going to roll again. You can roll the same one. Oh, that one went off. Let's go to 27. So my next number that I'm going to add is 27. And I always like to stack mine. It makes it a lot easier for me to visualize the place value of the ones and the tens. And I always want to put my operation right over here, and then I'm going to put a line telling me that I'm adding 11 to 27. So I'm always going to start with my ones. Instead of counting on, what I'm going to do is I am going to add my tens and my ones separately. I'm starting with my ones. 7 plus 1 is 8. 2 plus 1, or 20 plus 10 is 30. So I put my 3 in the tens column, and I know my answer is 38. So let's head over to here, and I know that my answer is over 25, but it is under 49, so I have a medium prize. And then the next person is going to do the same thing, and they're going to roll it. They need to add it, show the strategy, and talk about the strategy with you. Let's see how our parents can do on this, and then keep on going. All right, so that's what I would like you to do for your assignment today. You do not need to submit anything to your teacher. All I need you to do is to play this game with your parents, and then at the end of the assignment, I would like you to press that as marked as done. And that means that you have finished that lesson. So that's just at the bottom where you usually would hand in your work. Just put done. All right, see you next time.